Welcome back to another exciting episode from your favorite coin discovery channel, Coin Old World United States of America. In today's detailed video, we take a closer look at the fascinating 1-cent coin from the year 2005, a small yet significant piece of American currency that continues to attract collectors and enthusiasts from all around the world. So stay tuned, because we're going to explore its design, history, unique features, and of course, its current market value in today's coin collecting world. Let's begin by diving into a bit of background about the 2005 Lincoln cent. This coin was minted by the United States Mint and features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, just like all Lincoln cents since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the portrait of Lincoln on the front has remained largely unchanged for over a century, becoming one of the most recognizable figures in numismatic history. The coin is made primarily of copper-plated zinc, weighing 2.5 grams, with a diameter of 19 millimeters. On the reverse side of the 2005 cent, we find the classic Lincoln Memorial design created by Frank Gasparo. This design had been used on the reverse of the Lincoln cent since 1959, commemorating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The detailed image of the Lincoln Memorial includes the tiny figure of Lincoln seated inside, visible under magnification. The inscriptions include, United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and the denomination, 1 cent. The level of precision and craftsmanship in this tiny coin is something truly remarkable. Now let's talk about mintage numbers. In 2005, the U.S. Mint produced the Lincoln cent in massive quantities, with over 7.7 billion coins struck across the Philadelphia and Denver mints combined. Specifically, Philadelphia produced around 3.9 billion coins, while Denver produced over 3.8 billion. There were also special proof versions minted at the San Francisco Mint, intended for collectors and struck with extra care using polished dies and planchets. Because of this high mintage, a standard circulated 2005 penny is quite common and typically holds face value in everyday condition. However, condition and mint mark matter greatly in coin collecting. A 2005 1-cent coin in brilliant uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services, can carry added value in the collector's market. Such coins are often free from scratches, have full luster, and show sharp details on both sides. Now, let's explore the current market value of the 2005 1-cent coin. As of today in 2025, a regular 2005 Lincoln cent in average circulated condition is worth exactly 1 cent. But for coins in mint state condition, the value can rise depending on their grade and rarity of the strike. A coin graded MS 65 can be worth around $1 to $2. If it's an exceptional example with deep red luster and sharp features, it might fetch up to $5 or slightly more in auctions or online marketplaces. Special proof coins from the San Francisco Mint can hold even more value. A 2005 S-proof Lincoln cent in pristine condition can sell for anywhere between $3 to $8 depending on whether it's a standard proof or has been certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. And if you're lucky enough to find an error coin, such as an off-center strike, double die obverse, or other minting mistake, the value can go significantly higher, even reaching up to $50 or $100 for highly collectible errors. Collectors often look for coins with strong eye appeal, a rich red tone, and minimal contact marks. So if you have a 2005 1-cent coin in good or uncirculated condition, it might be worth taking a closer look under magnification. Check for any signs of mint errors, unusual doubling, or exceptional luster. These can turn a common coin into a hidden treasure. In conclusion, while the 2005 Lincoln cent may seem like just another penny in your pocket, it holds a special place in the timeline of American coinage. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, adding well-preserved examples of this coin to your collection is a smart and educational step. And who knows, with time, even a small coin like this could become a sought-after piece as older coins are removed from circulation. Next up, we are traveling back to the early 1950s to take a close look at a fascinating and historic piece of American currency, the 1952 1-cent coin. This Lincoln Wheat cent may appear small and ordinary at first glance, but it carries a great deal of historical value, numismatic charm, and potential worth for collectors, especially when found in good or uncirculated condition. If you've come across a 1952 penny or inherited an old coin collection, this is the video you don't want to miss. The 1952 1-cent coin belongs to the classic Lincoln Wheat series, a line of coins that was produced by the United States Mint from 1909 until 1958. The obverse side of this coin features the right-facing profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design created by Victor David Brenner to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first time a real person appeared on a U.S. coin, and the design quickly became iconic. Around Lincoln's portrait are the words, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the date, 1952, on the right. You may also find a mint mark below the date, either D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or no mark at all if it was minted in Philadelphia. On the reverse side of the coin is the famous wheat ears design, which gives the Lincoln cent its well-known nickname, the wheat penny. The words 1 cent and United States of America appear boldly in the center, with E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, just above. The two wheat stalks curve inward along each side, representing agricultural strength and unity. This reverse design remained in use for nearly 50 years before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. Now let's talk about the composition of the coin. The 1952 Lincoln cent is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a deep reddish-brown color and a solid feel. It weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. These copper-based pennies are far more durable than the modern zinc coins used today. And their metal content alone makes them desirable to many collectors and even metal investors. In terms of mintage, the 1952 penny was produced in large numbers. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 186 million coins, the Denver Mint produced more than 746 million, and the San Francisco Mint created about 137 million coins. This brings the total to over 1 billion 1-cent coins minted in 1952. Due to this high mintage, circulated examples are considered common. However, well-preserved coins in high grades can still carry significant value on the collector's market. So what is the value of a 1952 1-cent coin in today's market? In average circulated condition, this coin is worth slightly more than face value, generally around 3 to 5 cents. This makes it a great coin for beginning collectors to look for in old jars or inherited coin boxes. However, when you move into higher grades, such as extremely fine or about uncirculated condition, the value increases to around 25 cents to $1. In mint state condition, especially coins graded MS 63 or higher, the value can range from $3 to $15 depending on the coin's color, luster, and whether it is certified by a professional grading service. Coins with the original red copper luster are the most valuable. Collectors often classify these high-quality coins as red, red-brown, or brown, with red examples being the most desirable. A 1952 D Lincoln Wheat Cent graded MS 65 red by PCGS or NGC can fetch around $20 to $30 in the current market. If you find a coin that is not only uncirculated but also has a strong strike and no distracting marks, it could be worth even more to a serious buyer. Let's not forget about error coins. Mistakes made during the minting process can turn an ordinary 1952 penny into a rare collectible. Look out for off-center strikes, die cracks, double die obverse errors, and repunched mint marks. Some of these rare errors have sold for over $100 depending on their condition and the clarity of the error. Always inspect your coin carefully or consider submitting it to a coin grading company if you suspect it may be an error or high-grade example. The 1952 wheat penny is more than just a piece of money from the past. It's a piece of American history, a coin that circulated during the presidency of Harry Truman, at a time when the United States was still adjusting to the post-World War II era. Millions of these pennies were exchanged in everyday life, used in candy shops, gas stations, and lunch counters, making them part of the fabric of American daily life in the mid-20th century. In conclusion, while the 1952 1-cent coin may be common in worn condition, it can still be a beautiful and valuable addition to your coin collection when found in good or uncirculated condition. Whether you're holding on to one for sentimental value or hunting for a top-grade version to complete your wheat cent series, the 1952 penny continues to be a timeless and affordable coin for collectors of all levels. Its design, history, and copper content make it a true classic from the old world of American coinage. Next up, we'll take an in-depth look at a coin that might still show up in your pocket change, the 1995 1-cent coin with the D mint mark, known as the 1995 D Lincoln cent. While it may appear to be a simple penny, this coin carries unique historical value, striking design features, and even potential collectible worth depending on its condition. So make sure to watch until the end as we explore every detail of this often overlooked piece of American currency. The 1995 D penny belongs to the long-running Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. On the obverse, or front side of the coin, we see the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait has remained on the cent since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in United States mint history. Surrounding Lincoln's image are the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the year, 1995, on the right. Just beneath the year, you will find a small D mint mark, which stands for the Denver Mint, the facility responsible for producing this particular coin. Flipping the coin over, the reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This image replaced the wheat ears design in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The words, "United States of America," appear across the top, with "E pluribus unum" just above the memorial structure. At the bottom, the denomination, 1 cent, is clearly displayed. If you look closely, you'll even see a tiny outline of the Lincoln statue inside the memorial, a small but amazing detail considering the size of the coin. The 1995 D Lincoln cent is made from copper-plated zinc, containing 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, which has been the standard composition for pennies since 1982. It weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. While the metal content of modern pennies is not particularly valuable, these coins are still highly collectible based on their condition, rarity of any errors, and historical context. In terms of production, the 1995 D penny was minted in enormous numbers. The Denver Mint produced over 7.1 billion 1-cent coins that year. Because of this, the coin is extremely common in circulated condition. However, just because it's common doesn't mean it isn't valuable. Like with all coins, the key factors in determining value are grade, eye appeal, and whether the coin features any rare errors or varieties. So, let's talk about market value. A standard 1995 D penny in circulated condition, the type you typically find in your change, is worth exactly 1 cent. However, if the coin is in uncirculated or mint state condition, the value increases. A 1995 D penny graded MS 65, which is a high-quality coin with full luster and minimal marks, is worth around $1 to $3. In some cases, particularly bright red examples with strong strikes and no flaws can be worth $5 or more, especially if professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. Collectors also keep an eye out for mint errors and special varieties. While the 1995 D penny does not have the famous double die error that was found on some 1995 Philadelphia minted coins, there are still other types of minor errors to look for. These might include off-center strikes, die cracks, or coins struck on defective planchets. While most minor errors are worth only a few dollars, rare or dramatic errors can fetch significantly higher prices, sometimes upwards of $20 or $30 depending on demand. What sets high-value 1995 D pennies apart from the rest is their color and preservation. Coins are categorized as red, red-brown, or brown depending on their copper tone. Red coins, which have retained their bright copper color from the mint, are the most desirable among collectors. A 1995 D penny graded MS 67 red has sold for more than $50 at auctions, simply because of its pristine condition and visual appeal. The 1995 D Lincoln cent may not be considered rare, but it still holds importance as part of the long and iconic Lincoln cent series. For newer collectors, it is a perfect starting point, accessible, affordable, and packed with history. It also represents the end of an era, as the Lincoln Memorial reverse design was used for nearly 5 decades before it was replaced by the Lincoln Bicentennial and Union Shield designs in the years that followed. Every coin, even the humble penny, is a reflection of its time, and the 1995 D penny is no exception. In conclusion, while the 1995 D 1-cent coin is not a rare treasure, it remains a wonderful piece of American numismatic history. With its classic Lincoln design, its connection to the Denver Mint, and its potential value in higher grades, it continues to interest collectors across the world. Whether you find one in your pocket change or pull a brilliant red example from a coin roll, this small coin still carries meaning and worth. Next up, we'll take a close and detailed look at the 1975 1-cent coin, a familiar Lincoln cent that many people overlook, yet it holds fascinating historical significance, beautiful design elements, and even collectible value depending on its condition. Whether you're just getting into coin collecting or you found a 1975 penny in a drawer or change jar, This is the episode you don't want to miss. The 1975 1-cent coin belongs to the long-running Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which began in 1959 and continued until 2008. On the obverse, or front of the coin, we see the classic bust of President Abraham Lincoln, facing right. This design was created by Victor David Brenner and first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It has become one of the most iconic images in U.S. coinage history. Surrounding Lincoln's portrait are the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the year, 1975, on the right. You may also see a small mint mark just below the date, a D for Denver, or no mint mark at all if the coin was minted in Philadelphia. Turning the coin over, the reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo that replaced the wheat ears reverse in 1959. It displays the Lincoln Memorial building in great detail, including the tiny figure of Lincoln seated inside, visible if you look closely. The reverse also includes the inscriptions, "United States of America," at the top, "E Pluribus Unum," just above the memorial, and 1 cent at the bottom. This reverse design served as the face of the U.S. penny for nearly 5 decades and remains a classic among collectors. Now, let's take a closer look at the coin's physical characteristics. The 1975 penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it a solid feel and a rich reddish-brown color. It weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. Unlike modern pennies made mostly of zinc, the copper pennies of this era are heavier and more durable. Many collectors prefer copper pennies because of their traditional composition and greater metal content value. The mintage numbers for the 1975 penny were extremely high. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 5.4 billion coins that year, while the Denver Mint struck nearly 4.5 billion more. That means more than 9.9 billion Lincoln cents were produced in 1975 alone, making it one of the most heavily circulated coins in U.S. history. Because of this, most 1975 pennies found in circulation today are well worn and carry only face value. However, certain coins in exceptional condition or with rare errors can still hold significant value in today's coin market. So, how much is a 1975 1-cent coin worth today? In average circulated condition, this coin is worth its face value of 1 cent. But if the coin is in excellent shape, such as uncirculated or mint state condition, the value increases. A 1975 penny in mint state condition graded MS 63 or higher can be worth between $1 and $5. Coins that are bright red in color and show no signs of wear can be especially valuable, especially if they are certified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. An MS-65 red example could fetch between $5 and $15, depending on eye appeal and market demand. The highest prices are reserved for coins graded MS-67 or better, which are extremely difficult to find. These top-quality coins can sell for $50 or more, especially if the coin has perfect surfaces, strong luster, and sharp detail. Keep in mind that not all red coins are worth more unless they are also free of scratches, marks, or other damage. So condition is everything when it comes to determining value. Thank you for joining me today on Coin Old World United States of America as we explored the full story and collector value of the 1968 Lincoln cent. Remember, every coin tells a story, and even the most common ones can surprise you with hidden history or hidden value. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our in-depth guides and updates on the coin world. Whether you are a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, we are here to help you unlock the mysteries and market prices behind every coin. Until next time, happy collecting, and don't forget, check your change, because the next treasure might be hiding in plain sight. In addition to condition, collectors also search for error coins from 1975. While there were no major double die varieties reported that year like in 1955 or 1995, there are still minor errors worth looking out for. These include off-center strikes, die cracks, repunched mint marks, and clipped planchets. A dramatic off-center 1975 penny or one with a strong repunched mint mark can bring in $20 to $100 or more, depending on the visibility and grade of the error. So always take a close look at your coin using a magnifying glass or loupe. You never know what hidden gem you might have. Another interesting fact is that 1975 was just a year before the United States celebrated its bicentennial in 1976. Although no special design was issued for the penny that year, many collectors enjoy collecting coins from this era because of their connection to America's 200th birthday. The 1975 penny, therefore, also holds a place in the timeline of pre-bicentennial coinage, a reminder of a historic period in American culture. In conclusion, while the 1975 1-cent coin is common and still widely circulated today, it remains a valuable piece of American history and a great entry point for coin collectors. Its classic Lincoln Memorial design, solid copper composition, and potential for high-grade value or error varieties make it a coin worth paying attention to. Whether you're checking your spare change or building a full collection of Lincoln Memorial cents, don't overlook the importance of this simple yet historic coin.